Good morning. I am Professor Manish Bhadke and I will teach industrial engineering subject. Actually, industrial engineering is a branch, and through this subject and the six syllabus, we try to cover some important aspects of industrial engineering. First, we will discuss about the course objective. Then I will tell you about the applications of industrial engineering, and then what is the focus area. Course objective. First course objective is the student should be in a position to understand the tools of industrial engineering and how to apply it for the process improvement in industry and identify those factors that affect the performance in the work environment, that is in an industry. And then by applying the principles and the tools of industrial engineering, how to improve the performance. That is the first course objective of this subject. Second is apply the human factor engineering and the ergonomic principles in design of man and machine system. Human is an important resource, and human factor engineering and ergonomic principles are important when we design the man machine system. So second objective is apply these principles and human factor engineering concept and design of a man and machine system. Second objective is to forecast the demand in different situations in industry and apply the maintenance engineering and reliability analysis. The forecasting of demand is important because depending on the demand estimated, the future planning is possible. And maintenance is important in any industry, and as well as the reliability of the instruments which are used in industry. The fourth course objective is to apply the principles and guidelines of quality management system to effect the change in manufacturing and service sector during their career of students. Because for a customer, always the quality is important. So apply the principles of this quality management system for improving the quality of goods and services to be offered in a industry. Now, what is the exact role of industrial engineer? Or what the industrial engineer do? The industrial engineers work to make the things better. It may be improving the processes, improving the products, or improving the system. Okay. Now we'll discuss the typical areas where these industrial engineers works. So project management, manufacturing, production and distribution, then supply chain management, improving the productivity in industry, improving the methods and processes in industry, then measurement of the quality and improvement in quality aspects of goods and services. Then the major focus area of industrial engineers is ergonomics, or the other name is human factor engineering. Since human is an important factor, so this is the science where industrial engineers focus in improving the condition of humans. Next, technology development and the transfer of technology, then strategic planning and financial planning, or we can say the financial engineering. So these are the typical focus areas. So we are more concerned about the manufacturing, production, productivity, quality measurement and ergonomics. So you can say these are the areas where industrial engineer play a major role. Actually, industrial engineering is a sub branch of mechanical engineering. So, with the knowledge of these tools of industrial engineering, so these are the areas where, as a mechanical engineer, you can improve the methods and processes. Uh, the application of industrial engineering is wide. So, the applications are not limited to the manufacturing sector only. We can apply in manufacturing as well as service sector. So, we can apply the principles of industrial engineering or the tools of industrial engineering in manufacturing sector, finance and banking and service industry. We can apply in defense and aerospace for minimizing the resource utilization. Then information technology. Also we can use in healthcare sector also we can use the principles of industrial engineering. Then in education and research, in military and homeland services. So in military we can use the industrial engineering for optimizing the utilization of military resources and for the planning of these resources. Then in management of industries, then marketing the products and services, and then how to use the better methods for marketing. Then for technical and sales and marketing, then supply chain management, we can use the principles of industrial engineering. Then energy management, energy audit, this is a sector which is of growing importance nowadays. So here to optimize the energy utilization, we can use the various principles and tools of industrial engineering. In the public services also, we can use the industrial engineering principle. Basically, the industrial engineering tools focus on optimizing the resources and improving the methods and processes. So all these sectors are making use of the people, processes. So industrial engineering is applicable in all these sectors. So you can find the career for industrial engineer in all these sectors. Similarly, with the principles and guidelines and tools of this industrial engineering, a mechanical engineer also can have a career growth in all these sectors. Productivity. So this is the first thing that we will discuss in industrial engineering, because all these tools and methods of industrial engineering, they are used to improve the productivity of manufacturing and service sector. The simple definition of productivity is the ratio between output to the input. So productivity is the ratio of output in terms of goods and services to some or all the resources used to produce the output. Simply we can say ratio between output and input. What is the output? Output is goods and services, sales, profit generated. What is the inputs? Inputs are the material used, machines used, the money used, okay, or the time used. So that ratio is called productivity. Now this term productivity is synonymous to the efficiency. We can find out the efficiency of machine, but we cannot find out the efficiency of a manufacturing system or a service system. Okay, so here we are using the concept of productivity. Now what is the need of productivity measurement? So actually it is a measure of performance of the system. So by measuring the productivity of the system, we can find out the results. And if you find the productivity is less, then we can improve it by using some tools and techniques. So in nutshell, I will say productivity is the measure of performance of a system. What are the objectives of measuring the productivity? So better utilization of limited resources or the optimum utilization of the resources. Then to study the performance of a production system over a time period, like what was the productivity last year, what was the productivity next year, will be next year. So you can compare the system using productivity. Now again we can compare two systems, to manufacturing firm or two manufacturing processes using the concept of productivity. Then fourth is to compare the actual performance or productivity with the planned productivity. Like what was your plan? What after the execution, what is the actual performance? So these are the objectives of measuring the productivity. So this is we have discussed. So is productivity is the ratio between the output and inputs. So how to improve the productivity? By making efficient use of materials, machinery, human resources, time resources and efforts. So if we make use of these resources in an efficient and optimum way, so cost can be reduced and we can improve the production. There are different types of productivity. First is called total productivity. So it's the ratio between total output divided by the total input, or aggregate output to the aggregate input. Second type of productivity is called partial productivity, or which is again called as the productivity index. There are three types of productivity indices or index. Labor productivity, so it is simply a ratio between units produced divided by the number of labors or the number of hours worked. Next is the capital productivity. Capital productivity is a ratio between output divided by the capital input. Capital means the money which is made available for business. So it can be taken as a loan from the bank. So the money which is arranged for a business is called capital. Material productivity is output divided by the material input. So total outputs in terms of goods divided by the quantity of material used. Similarly, we can have the energy productivity. That is the ratio between total output divided by total input in terms of energy, or you can say the coal utilized or the electrical energy utilized. So there are the four types of productivity: total productivity, and three types of productivity under the partial productivity indices. There are various factors that influence the productivity in industry. So technical factors like machines, processes, the plant layout. Then production factors like types of machines, then arrangement of machines, then organizational factors. Every organization, so there are different problems, then different processes that also affect the productivity. Personal factors like the salaries of the people, then their moods, their motivations, their behaviors. This will also affect the productivity. Then financial factors, that is the money available for the business, so that also affect the productivity. The environment factors, then what is the role of management, that also affect. What type of management, what type of facilities they are providing for the employees. There are government factors like the tax structure of the government, the support by government, and location factors, where the plant is located, how the location is well connected with the source of supply of goods and services, how the location is near to the market. So all these factors affect the productivity. So technical factors, production factors, organizational factors, personal factors, finance factors, management factors, government factors, location factors. Okay. So the next class we'll discuss this one by one. Okay. So thank you.